Hello, my beautiful goddesses. I'm very happy to have you here on my channel again. I'm Polkis, your life coach. Welcome to this video. And today I'm doing a video a little bit differently. I'm in my restroom right now, as you can see. No makeup, super clean face right now. I just did a 1 hour long bath here on my tub, and I just grabbed the phone and I'm like, I have to record, because if I add it to my notes, it gets added to the list of videos that I want to make. And I'm like, I just want to share it right now. And while I was doing my whole meditation, I do this ritual like once or twice a week. I don't miss on it. I've been doing this for maybe 2-3 years already. I started before I had my daughter. And this ritual, it's life-changing for me. It connects me to my feminine energy. It relaxes me after a long week. Also, because I put a lot of things, I make a whole concoction in there, and I put Epsom salt for my sore muscles because I work out a lot. And I also do bubbles. I put some roses in it, incense. I put my candles. I'm gonna show you some of the candles, but that's not the point of it. I lit this candle. This candle is by Spiritual Paid. And today, as you can see, still the wax is there. This is one of the candles I lit today. I have different ones with different purposes. And this one says 7-figure dreams. And the other one says manifest or something. And I lit this one today because today I wanted to do an intentional manifestation for money, or meditation for money. And this is something that I usually do once a week, twice a week. By the way, I'm gonna be doing my skincare because, as I say, I just got out and I was so lit, and I feel like I wanted to talk about money. I haven't talked about money for a couple of months. I do have a money series in English and Spanish where I talk all the energetics about money. How can you create and manifest the life of your dreams, how to embody your millionaire's energy, how to manifest your next level when it comes to your thoughts about money. Because creating wealth is not just working hard. That's one part of the equation. The other big part of the equation is truly here, the mindset. And one of the things that was coming up for me, I'm like, why some people can't truly create wealth or manifest the money that they want. And it doesn't have to do with well, you were born in a rich family, because I didn't. I was born and raised in Guatemala, and definitely not in an affluent neighborhood or family. And I moved here when I was 15. I always share this story. So I'm like, okay, it's not that. We also see other people, people that come out of nothing, and they create all these crazy wealth, crazy businesses and opportunities, and they change completely their life and their future generations, their future legacy. They're the ones that break the financial or wealth legacy, and they create these new roads for the future generations. And many women, I know if you're watching these videos because you might, found the title important, or you follow me from before, and you watch other videos about money. And honestly, let's start with one of the reasons that I was thinking right now in the bath of why you can't create wealth, or why you're still poor. And that belief is because you don't want to. Don't hate me on this, but when you want something, if you really want it, and if you really believe that you can have it, it will be your reality already. It will be yours already. There wouldn't be doubts that you want it. So I want you to ask yourself, do I really want it? And if your instant answer is, duh, of course I want money, I want wealth, well, why don't you have it? Maybe you're scared of the work it's gonna take to create wealth. Maybe you're scared of not knowing how to manage money. Maybe you're scared of having clients or learning how to sell. Or maybe you're scared because you don't have any skills that require you to show up and sell something, or learn something new, or invest in something. So all of these things might kind of bringing triggers of your insecurities. So I want you to ask you, I'm like, are you scared? Are you scared of like creating wealth, like because you don't know anything? By the way, this is a like a lip mask, and this one is like the serum. This is my favorite. I absolutely love this thing. Look at this shine. Anyways, I'm not promoting anything. I'm promoting wealth. Anyway, so I feel like that was the number one thing. Like, do you really want it? Maybe because it hasn't shown up, it's like you don't want it. And if you don't have it yet, but you're working towards it, you're learning about money, you're educating yourself, you're getting financially literate, you're actually changing careers, you're improving your financial, then it's gonna come. Trust me, like if you're showing up and if you're doing the inner work and the outer work, like the footwork to get it, it's gonna show up. It's law. It's law of the universe. Like the law of attraction is law. So that will be number one. Number two, other reason why you might be still poor, even though you think you want money, like I know I read all these books, but it doesn't show up for me, is because you're focusing on the scarcity. You're focusing on what you don't have. You're mad that other people get it, and you're focusing only on the fact that you don't get it, that you're not rich yet, that you don't get paid yet, that other people are getting clients and not you, that other people are getting promotions and not you, that other people are getting luxury things and not you. So you're focusing on what you don't have or what you don't want to be experiencing, and by law of the universe, that's what you're gonna get. So where you put your focus on, right, like those highlights or like highlights, you highlight that, that's what you're gonna get. So I invite you to focus, shift that to what you actually want to be experiencing. So in this case, you might be focusing on lack, and that's why you're focusing. I don't have a raise, I haven't get promoted, I haven't get like the money that I want, the sales that I want. Well, the universe is like, yes, ma'am, you're right. Let me send you what you're focusing on, which is lack, which is like scarcity, which is like scarcity, like being poor, being broke, bad feelings, fights about money, maybe they fire you from your job. So when you focus on, when you put your attention, like your camera, your lens into the lack, that's why you're continuously getting more of that. So the universe says, God says, what you focus on, that's what they're gonna show up. They're gonna like show up that to you, to your life experience. So I invite you to start shifting that focus to something that you actually want, something that you want to be experiencing. So if you're mad because you're not there yet financially, you don't have like your paycheck to paycheck, you haven't built wealth, you haven't saved, well, stop focusing on what you do not have and start being grateful for the life experience that you have right now. And it might not be the best, but trust me, I bet it's better than 5 years ago, than 10 years ago, especially if you migrated from another country, another place. Then trust me, this is something that you wanted 5 years ago or something. And if it's not like that, if it's actually worse, trust me, you have the power to shift that reality. But first you have to shift the mindset. And of course, it's easier said than done, but it's not impossible. So that will be number two. And by the way, the cream that I use is by my favorite like brand, which is Tatcha. This is like the eye cream that I use here, and it leaves everything so moist and beautiful. And then I use the night cream by Tatcha as well. This is the Indigo Overnight Repair Cream. This thing I discovered before I was pregnant, and I use it through all my pregnancy. This is like, I don't know what number of cream this is. I've been using it for like 3-4 years, and it's amazing, like really, really good. And yeah, I recommend these things. It comes with it, like Tatcha gives you one because you don't want to dip in your nails in it. Anyways, let's go back to number 3. I feel like the number 3 or the 13 or reason why you're still like in a financial situation that you don't like, or poor, or not creating the wealth that you want for your family, your kids, your future generations, is because you're judging people that have done it already. You're mad at those women, you're mad at those rich people, and you might be thinking that, well, it's because she's rich. Oh, well, it's because they marry into wealth. Oh, well, it's because they're this and they're that. And you're judging. So how can you become something? How can you become something that you're hating on right now or that you're judging right now? You know what I mean? Like your subconscious is gonna try to keep you safe because your brain is like, well, that's dangerous because they're judging. She dislikes that personality or that type of people, rich people. So how can you become that? So if you want to become someone wealthy that has financial literacy and financial freedom to help someone to live your best life, to shop, to travel, to do whatever you want with your wealth, then you cannot be judging people that are doing it. Have you noticed that when you go on Instagram, and be honest with yourself, you know, I'm your money bestie, I'm gonna say how it is. Notice when you see like a friend that became wealthy or got a raise, or you go into social media and you see these people that are, these girls, we're talking about women, these girls that are like traveling, they're buying their bags, they're like eating amazing breakfasts in Paris or whatever it is that you see on your feed. Notice if you're hating on them, kind of like, well, that's because she doesn't have to work. Well, I'm stuck at the office. That's because she got a sugar daddy, or that's because she married into wealth. Well, if you're judging wealthy people, then how do you expect to become part of that? You know, part of that lifestyle, part of that group. And even if you don't like the person, you're still judging someone that is wealthy. So you cannot judge someone that is there if you want to go there. Right? It's like if you want to lose weight, but then you're hating on them, on the girl that is going at the gym every day at 5 a.m. and eating her meals. How can you hate on that when you're trying to do that? So your subconscious, your brain by nature is going to try to keep you safe. So start noticing what are your triggers, what are the things that are triggering you, what are the thoughts that you're having, and what are the hateful things you're saying or thinking about wealthy people. Thinking that the rich become richer. Of course, that's a collective belief, and when collectively we focus on something, that becomes real. The poor become poorer because of the government and the families. Well, I've seen amazing people, even with no papers here in this country, become like wealthy and live better than the people that are citizens here. And I believe, but this is my belief, that everyone can be whatever they want and create the level of wealth that they can have and create the beautiful life that they deserve. That's my belief. Now you notice what are your core beliefs. And I feel like this is something that I changed. I shared it before in the morning series in English and Spanish. I'll link them below. And I thought about like how to really transform your limiting beliefs, but start noticing what do you believe about money. And if you feel intimidated by money or by wealthy people, then how do you expect out of nothing create wealth? And now what? Wealthy people are just going to be your friends? No, I feel like it's like a process where you start transforming your inner self through inner work first, and then you start opening yourself for opportunities, for like financial opportunities, for like learning about wealth. But start educating yourself and start training yourself to become that. So that's what I was thinking. Some of the things that I was thinking while I lit this candle in my bath meditation. If you want more information, I do have a money masterclass, which I'm going to be adding a new module, I think in February or March. So I will link it below. It's a 2.5 hours money mastermind or masterclass where we talk about money, the energetics of money, and I give a lot of exercises that you can start embodying for you to start attracting more wealth and abundance and start creating that financial dream of, you know, like life that you want. So I will link that masterclass also below. I'm adding new modules, as I say, I think at the end of March, end of February or March. I'll keep you posted. And also all the content that I have posted here on YouTube about money, the money series in English and Spanish. And if you want money coaching, I'm also a life coach. I coach also on money. That's one of the 6 pillars of life that I coach. And if you're interested, I'm also going to leave my life coaching packages if that's something that is calling to you. So thank you, ladies. If you ask, I might link the products, but I already explained what they were. That's pretty much what I use. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you Tuesday for a live with coffee with Polkis. Adios.